lowest, greatest, highest, I will come to thee.
Our lesson begins in Psalm 77, verse number 1. A psalm of Asaph. I cried out to God with my voice, and he gave ear to me. In the day of my trouble I sought the Lord. My hand was stretched out in the night without ceasing. My soul refused to be comforted. I remembered God and was troubled. I complained, and my spirit was overwhelmed. You hold my eyelids open. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I meditate within my heart, and my spirit makes diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever, and will he be favorable no more? Has his mercy ceased forever? Has his promise failed forevermore? Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his tender mercies? I have no idea what Asaph was struggling with, but I do know that some of us have probably experienced a similar fate. Some of the things that happen to us in life can be devastating. For example, when a new parent loses their young child suddenly, it can make them feel like God doesn't care. Even though they might cry out to God at that moment in time, it brings them no comfort. Like Asaph, they may start feeling like God doesn't care, or maybe his anger has came against them, and that's the reason why that they lost their child. And so they just don't feel like they can even gain any comfort from God at that moment. I really feel for people who go through this dark moment in their life. I have no way of knowing how much they hurt or how much their world has changed. Even if you have experienced this same heartache as another, you'll be able to relate more to that person, but at the same time, each person is different and will react differently to the same experience. While we might have easily handled a certain problem, to another the same problem may be devastating. So we must be careful about assuming that the other person should be able to handle the same problem in the exact same way that we did. Sometimes we just have to give ourselves time to realize that God is not against us and that he is always there for us. Asaph understood this as we continue in verse 10. And I said, this is my anguish, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember your wonders of old. I will also meditate on all your work and talk of your deeds. Your way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? You are the God who does wonders. You have declared your strength among the peoples. You have with your arm redeemed your people, the son of Jacob and Joseph. The waters saw you, O God, the waters saw you, they were afraid. The depths also trembled. The clouds poured out water. The skies sent out a sound. Your arrows also flashed about. The voice of your thunder was in the whirlwind. The lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and shook. Your way was in the sea, your path in the great waters, and your footsteps were not known. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. Though Asaph was going through a difficult time, he began to remember some of the mighty works of God and how he did great things for his people. And that is exactly what we must do during our difficult moments in life. It is easy to blame God or question him about why this happened, but in the end, we need to realize that he has always been on our side. And when you begin to think about all that he did for his people in the Bible and how he always keeps his promises, it should start softening your heart so that you can be comforted. Please understand that there is nothing wrong with feeling devastated when tragedy strikes, because we're human and things are going to get really tough for us at times. But as Christians, we can know that no matter what happens, God is there for us. And if we remain faithful, we can know that in the end, heaven will be our home. I want to close with Deuteronomy 31, verse number 8. And the Lord, he is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear, nor be dismayed.